fulfill her sailor's need. Some were overpowered by greed, and so they pilfered slow. Some took by bulk and go. Now she looked dull, she's at a lull. She could barely sit on her hull. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. Oh yes, we gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship, or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The Trinidad, in her day of sailing, she was a friend to one and all. She never once ever hesitated to answer all SOS calls. And yes, well, she always did her best to help all those in distress. Now it's so sad to see she's in difficulties. Though she helped cheer, some of them cheer and sarcastically declare, Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship, or shall we sit on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa. If only there was something I could have done to restore the credibility of this beautiful vessel. Money's no problem. Now there's a lot of fingers pointing, suspicion running strong. Who's to be blamed for all her failures? Who's to be blamed for doing her wrong? I knew for 30 years she had the same crew. It's up to me to make her worthy to go back to the yes, we gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure, we abandon ship, or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. We don't know. Captain, we don't know.
Situation in Trinidad, they really has a lot of things that is supposed to be correcting in the government institutions.
I agree 100%, ma'am, 100%, 100 and more percent, in fact. But go ahead, let's hear your point. I would love to hear your perspective.
For instance, I think the government should have invested in and connectivity the station access to
what I consider knowledge-based world.
Running the government standing in the experience all the different things about people that are utilized. For one, they use the intrusion, the police, the prison, they use medicine. They use everything to come. They change his documents, they change himself in their own basis to hire. They vote for one, they go, they do this and that. No, the government has a place so that innocent people should get it, just even if it's a for what? They're not going to shove in the control. If they continue like that, the world is bad, but that is no big place to the world. It is a small part of the world.
That's
so
right.
we have to really come out there to help persons and help business people to understand they cannot form a government within a government to do crime.
I agree.
I
agree. And worse yet, if the government itself, as I have been saying, is a criminal enterprise, and I say so for the singular reason that you cannot tell me that a party, the PNM, before it got into government in 2015, declared that it was bankrupt by the political leader, the present Prime Minister, and owing over $6 million. And then 9 years into government, and government here is operating with 9 years into government, they are now constructing, like they call in a political house for over $100 million and counting. I mean, that tells a classic story and case for investigation by the police. Of course, the police are not going to do it because they have been able to manipulate the various institutions, including, of course, the police. And we sort of when the Police Service Commission itself that is responsible for identifying and bringing to the fore commissioners of police and, of course, his or her deputies.
Yes, and another thing is that the KNM responsible for a lot of white collar crime and everything like that, because whenever, I don't know if people have been going through situation, whenever the government change, you get a difference. It's not, I don't know how much people has proven this thing. Whenever the government change, you get a difference. So everybody can see clearly. Everybody who going through a situation and they really follow the trail of the situation, they want to see whenever the government change, there does be a difference in crime and different in everything else, because they have to is controlling all the crime and all the wrong in the country are removed, and then they put pressure on the new government. They just put up pressure on the new government and have the people working in the government to get on the
greater the engage in then of course attempt to undermine, because there's the government to pursue what I consider to be you speak of just escalate. It cannot record a PNM and the administration 20 party stories. We saw that, of course, with government changes.
See whatever happened, addressing it, and
my mother would say, but happens. We would I do is taking place. And of course, let me of course play in terms of but he is saying would have run out of excuses. Some crew would stand because we have passion across your failure or the parent the mistake they stand myself they appear to be cursed that would benefit I see that this government criminal in criminal was point I am making. This no solve problem performing well the report once and for all of making a conspiracy to this bad not to Prime Minister time yes that they well subject win have a company why and when the executive officer the leverage of house goes out we are going to do it. This is came to about destroy the tell you that just not just real on this and becomes said and they that's in yes right for the if it was the same supervisor of canny oil and I didn't even know in submission. Yes, you damn well on the